Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Well, it looks like there's some pretty big news surrounding the Lakers and LeBron James. This news broke yesterday or less than 24 hours ago, and it seems as if that LeBron James is going to be gone for some games for the Lakers. And we're getting a lot of this information from CBSSports.com, and we're going to read an article, but it looks as if that he's under some protocols because it seems maybe, well, the information isn't very clear. So what we want to do quickly is read a little bit about what this article had to say and then come back and give you guys our thoughts. So the article starts off, Lakers, LeBron James could be sidelined for up to 10 days due to health and safety protocols per report. LeBron James is out for Tuesday night's game between the Lakers and the Sacramento Kings due to the NBA's health and safety protocols, the team announced. The article continues, James revealed in September that he has been vaccinated against the virus. LeBron will be sidelined for 10 days or unless he returns 2 negative test results in the next 24 hours moving forwards. However, ESPN agent Wojnarowski is reporting that the Lakers star is expected to miss multiple games during this stretch. James has already missed a substantial amount of time this season due to issues with both his right ankle and his abdominal strain. He has missed 11 of the Lakers' first 22 games this season, and now more missed time on the horizon. That is dangerous for the Lakers team that is only 11-11 thus far. The Lakers lost to the Kings with James in the lineup on Friday, and Sacramento was missing Harrison Barnes and Holmes. The Lakers play the Clippers, Celtics, Grizzlies, Thunder, and Magic in their next 5 games after Tuesday's night battle with the Sacramento Kings. Now, we've done a number of videos over the last 2 weeks or so where I have expressed my frustration at the lack of support that LeBron James is getting on this Lakers roster, given the fact that he is playing with 2 other top 75 players in Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis. We've done numerous videos on this where I said, listen, these guys ought to be carrying more of a load, that this team should not be relying on a 37-year-old superstar to basically carry them throughout the entire season and then somehow turn it on in the playoffs and help them win a championship. I thought that was a recipe for a disaster, and I thought that was something that was inexcusable, given just how just how heralded Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis. I mean, some people think Russell Westbrook is a first ballot Hall of Famer, and somehow, some way, Anthony Davis made it into the top 75, which I don't believe he belonged in. Now, looking forward, as they said, they may miss 10 days, which is about 5 games now, which potentially means that they can play the next 3 or 4 games without him. Who are their next opponents coming up? They're going to be playing against the Clippers, the Grizzlies, the Celtics, and I think they're going to mention the Orlando Magic. Now, of those teams, at least the next 3 games, let's say he misses the next 3 games, right? Of those 3 games, they're going to be playing against 2 above 500 teams with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Clippers. If I look at the standings right now, in the Western Conference, the Grizzlies, believe it or not, are currently the number 5 seed. And the Clippers are the number 6 seed. Now, obviously, these teams are being separated by 1 win because it's by single digit wins because the season is still very early. For example, the Grizzlies are 11-10, the Clippers are 11-10. So I'm assuming that the Clippers have probably lost the matchups that they had against the Grizzlies, and the Lakers are currently at the 8th spot. But nevertheless, these are 2 teams that are above 500 currently. And in my opinion, if the question is, should the Lakers be able to win at least 2 of these 3 games, the answer is a resounding yes. Absolutely yes. There's no reason that the Lakers should not be able to beat the Clippers, should not be able to beat the Memphis Grizzlies, should not be able to beat the Boston Celtics, and should not be able to beat the Orlando Magic. There's no reason, right? Given the fact that, yes, they're not playing great defense, all of these different things. Nevertheless, they're still a very talented team, and they have more talent. They have an amalgamation of talent that is greater than that of the Memphis Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Clippers as we currently speak. Last time I checked, the Clippers do not have any top 75 player on their roster, and neither do the Memphis Grizzlies, neither do the Boston Celtics, and neither do the Orlando Magic. The Lakers have that star power, right? They have Anthony Davis. They have Russell Westbrook on their roster. So there's no reason, you cannot say from a talent standpoint that they're outmatched. They're overpowering these teams if we're talking about from a talent standpoint. So they should have enough talent and enough firepower to be able to knock off these teams in the absence of LeBron. Now, they just recently beat the Sacramento Kings with LeBron James not playing, but the Sacramento Kings are 8-14. So nobody should be celebrating about the Lakers beating the Sacramento Kings. That they're a terrible team. The fact of the matter is they should be blowing these teams out of the water, given the fact of just how much talent that they have. So for me, if LeBron is going to miss the next, let's say, 3 games, the Lakers should at least go 2-3. There's no excuse for them not to go 2-3. I expect Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook to step up. Some of you say, why would you expect them to step up? Then why, if these guys cannot step up in the absence of LeBron James, somebody help me understand why they're getting paid all this money. I thought this is a result-based business. Now, obviously, in sports, some guys really earn their contracts. Some guys overproduce and over-earn their contracts, and there are a bunch of guys that are just out there stealing money. They're making money that they don't deserve because they're not putting forth the results. That is just the fact. That is just the fact of the matter. If you want to know somebody like this, go look at Ben Simmons. He's somebody that seems to be plateaued. He's not really improving. Nevertheless, they're still paying him money. Well, up until recently, now that they've been deciding to fine him for games that he's missing. But there are a lot of guys out there making a lot of money that are not producing any results, right? There are very few out there that are over-delivering, and there's some that are actually just delivering on what they're supposed to give. If you look at Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook, they probably have a $70 million payroll between the two of these guys just this season. There's no reason why you have two guys that you're paying $70 million in a 1-year stretch, and they cannot cover for a 37-year-old all-star in LeBron James. That makes no sense. So I expect them to step up. And if they don't step up, they should be heavily, heavily criticized for not stepping up. Because if LeBron James was there, and this team was blowing wins, they'll be criticizing him. This is what comes with when you're wearing the big pants, right? The person that usually gets all the credit usually gets all the blame. And if LeBron is not there and they somehow manage to lose these games, these guys should be heavily criticized, especially Anthony Davis, because he's the youngest of these of the trio of stars that they have. I believe Anthony Davis is only 28, 29 years old. What's his excuse? I believe Russell Westbrook is above 30. LeBron is 36, 37. What's Anthony Davis's excuse? I'm also hearing some reports that he has an issue with playing. He's a bit trepidatious about playing the center position. This is the dude y'all put in y'all top 75 list. So to me, they better win these games. They have enough talent to win these games. And it's about time the Lakers start beating some quality teams, for God's sakes. It's about time. The first 15 games that they played, 12 of them are at home. In the first 20 games that they played, they have a 500 record. How's that possible? So they better get this win. And I hope Laker fans hold these guys accountable. Stop looking at the coach all the time. Look at the players on the court. You heard about what Michael Jordan said. Yes, you need an organization to help you put you in a position, but he believes the most important component about a championship culture, championship team is the players. You have the players. I hope they hold their feet to the fire if they don't win. And if they do win, hopefully they get the credit for winning these games that they're supposed to win. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about this news about LeBron? And most importantly, do you think that Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook need to step up and start earning that $70 million that they're making this year? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, it's just Charles here from Dreamerspro, wishing you guys an amazing day, and catch you guys on the next episode.